Be mindful that while these are extremely safe and the risk of high potassium or hyperkalemia is extremely low, less than 1%. If you are already on medication for blood pressure, particularly if you're taking anything finishing with a artan like losartan, candesartan, or with a pril like ramipril, lisinopril, or ending with a lactone like spironolactone, because these medications actually work by increasing your potassium levels, there is a very small risk that you could end up with high potassium if you replace standard salt with potassium chloride. So it would be worthwhile to repeat your electrolyte levels about 2 weeks after replacing sodium chloride with potassium chloride. What would be examples of a DASH diet? So day one, breakfast could be oatmeal with blueberries, chia seeds, and low-fat Greek yogurt. Lunch could be lentil soup with whole grain bread and side salad. Dinner could be grilled salmon, quinoa, and steamed broccoli. Day two, breakfast could be whole grain toast, avocado, and boiled eggs. Lunch could be chickpea salad with olives, cucumber, and tomatoes. Dinner could be chicken breast, roasted vegetables, and brown rice. Day three, breakfast could be Greek yogurt, flax seeds, and strawberries. Lunch could be black beans, quinoa bowl with vegetables, and dinner could be baked cod, sweet potato, and asparagus. Now, talking about black beans, if you're getting it from a can, just be mindful that you can get beans in a can with relatively high sodium. You can also get it with no sodium, which is 0 grams of sodium, milligrams of sodium. The Walmart's own brand of black beans in a can has no sodium at all. And so be mindful of the sodium content when you're getting black beans from a can. You see, the hidden driver of sodium intake is that 80% of the sodium intake is because of canned foods, ultra-processed foods, packaged foods, and restaurant food. It's not the salt that you're adding to your diet. The salt that you're adding to your diet only makes up about 20% of your sodium intake. The standard RDA, required daily amount of sodium, is under 2,300 milligrams per day. But if you have high blood pressure or if you have increased risk of heart disease, you should be aiming for less than 1,500 milligrams per day. The average North American is consuming about 3,400 milligrams of sodium per day. If you have raised blood pressure or if you have increased risk of cardiovascular disease, then you really want to maintain sodium under 1,500. Now, one thing you could do is replace your sodium chloride with potassium chloride, and that would probably affect 20% of your sodium intake, but also be mindful of these things. A cheeseburger could be 1,200 milligrams of sodium, large fries 400 milligrams, chicken sandwich 1,800 milligrams, combo meal could be 3,500 milligrams of sodium. That's burger, fries, and a drink could be 3,500 milligrams of sodium. 2 slices of pepperoni pizza 1,800 milligrams, whole medium pizza 5,000 milligrams. A deli sandwich, and that could be considered to be quite healthy, that could be 2,500 milligrams of sodium, because remember, salt is a preservative as well, and that's why they have to add a lot of salt to make it preservative. Chicken wraps, 1,500 milligrams of sodium. Chicken in itself is healthy, but you could be getting way too much sodium. 2 slices of bacon, 500 milligrams. Sausage, 700 milligrams. A breakfast sandwich on its own could be 1,500 milligrams of sodium. Remember, a lot of breads contain quite a lot of sodium as well, so we got to be mindful of the amount of sodium in your bread as well. One of the biggest culprits are canned soup and instant noodles. You could be having up to 1,200 milligrams sodium or even 2,000 milligrams of sodium in an instant pot noodle. Condiments are often overlooked. Soy sauce technically is quite healthy, but 1 tablespoon could be 1,000 milligrams of sodium. It's very salty. Teriyaki, 2 tablespoons and 900 milligrams. Salad dressing, 2 tablespoons could be 500 milligrams. Tomato ketchup could be 400 milligrams. You can get the Heinz low sodium and low sugar ketchup as well these days.